Pittsburgh Police Department is showing us what progress looks like.
So when there's a event that doesn't require, it's not in progress, we're going to take and reroute that call to our telephone reporting unit, which will be operational from 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. And then the hours from 3 a.m. to 7, those calls will be queued up for the person that comes in at 7 a.m. to take the reports in the morning.
The whole city of Pittsburgh is at risk.
Rich Chupka, the owner of this business on the South Side, isn't too happy about the new changes being implemented by Pittsburgh police in just a few days.
It's terrible that they are decreasing the police force.
27 officers will patrol the city overnight, not accounting for any call-offs. Also, the department will not respond to any calls that are not in progress. They will go to an enhanced telephone reporting unit or online reporting.
I think that a lot of the calls that come in can be handled through the telephones as they're proposing it. But I just have concerns that there just aren't enough police officers.
According to Pittsburgh City leadership, the modifications are based on data. Pittsburgh Police Chief Larry Scarato said in a news conference Friday he understands all won't welcome the changes, but it's for the betterment of everyone.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a city with a very low homicide clearance rate, decided to comply with the Soros-funded mob, who we know are working overtime to make sure that lawlessness is rewarded and celebrated. The Pittsburgh Police Department came up with a new policy that will stop police officers from responding to some calls deemed not in progress. And they decided to install telephone reporting units all over the city. That means that calls for things like burglary alarms, theft, harassment, destruction of property will be handled through the call center instead of having a responding police officer. Just imagine this. This is literally a heaven for shoplifters and other criminals. And the police chief said that he wants to reduce the number of 911 calls that they receive each year from 200,000 calls a year to, wait for it, only 50,000 calls a year. Whoa, this is a huge difference. Which means, the first thing that will happen is less police presence in the community. Now you can only imagine the consequences of this policy. We know what's going to happen. For example, look at Soft on Crime San Francisco. The policies they implemented in that city allowed the criminals to cause mayhem in that city and get away with it. As a result, many stores, many chains, many residents too left that city. And what's more ironic is some of these residents, they go to a safer city in a different state, and they continue to vote for the same policies that caused them to flee their hometown. Now you might want to know why the police department in Pittsburgh decided to implement this policy. Number one, it's due to understaffing issues within the police department. And it is kind of as expected in this day and age, where a police officer is more hated than Satan himself, attacked, criticized, scrutinized every day by Soros funded activists who will reward and hug and kiss the criminal and will punish you for defending or even call you a racist for daring to defend yourself or your property. Number two, it's Larry Scarato, Pittsburgh's own police chief. Larry Scarato used to be a police chief in the city of Fort Lauderdale, but was fired in less than a year after being in office. And the reason for that is because he was accused of pushing discriminatory practices for promotion. He even said during one conference, while pointing his finger at a wall inside the wall, by the way, had pictures of the command staff on it. He said, "That wall is too white and I'm going to change that." He doesn't need to say more to know what this guy's mindset is. He's acting more like an activist, a social justice warrior, rather than a police chief who enforces the law. It is really sad that even law enforcement is getting infiltrated now, and it's only a matter of time until each big city in this country turns into a San Francisco or a Pittsburgh. Prayers to the good, hardworking citizens of Pittsburgh, and I'm calling it right now. Things are going to get worse because of this policy. Well, that's it for today, guys. That was my 2 cents on the defund the police movement and the success that they're having in so many major cities in this country. If you guys like my content, you can subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, hit me in the comments with any questions. Let's help get this channel going. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.